Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Woodville here in Cities Skylines, where last episode we kind of completely transformed and reconfigured our whole industrial area train lines. And they've become so efficient that we're able to ship goods outside of the region so quick that we have created the world's longest traffic jam when it comes to trains trying to leave the region. I never thought I would have this issue, but it's an issue that we do need to solve today, which leads us on to what we're going to be doing, which is creating more and additional, they're the same word in different forms. We're creating more exportation areas. I want to get a few more additional kind of exit to the region train lines in. And of course, the reason you all click this video today is because your boy wants to get in our very own cargo airport. Yep, it's time. So there'll be a great little transition of getting the trains out of the region. They can go up to the airport, get them out of here by plane, and it just becomes an additional format of getting that cargo out. The more we get out, the more money we make, and the richer Woodville becomes. So as always, guys, if you do enjoy this episode and want to see more, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. If you are new right here, then make sure you do subscribe so you are notified when that next episode does come out. Now, we do have a few little issues in the area anyway. You got a few of these guys complaining that, you know, the citizens are sick, and I believe it is noise pollution, and I think that would be down to the fact that we have the train lines running about. But I also feel these guys, as much, they need more healthcare, really, don't they? Our capacity is, whoa, look at the amount of sick citizens. Okay, that's definitely not good. So I'm going to squeeze in a live center hospital. It's a big boy of a hospital right now. And that should completely enable all of our demands. I think I'm going to get it on the inside track road here. Bam, just drop it there. Beautifully placed between each of the roads there. And it doesn't look a miss. It's also blocks out the view of the town hall, which I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest with you. No, I think that's okay. I mean, it's an important building. At least the patients can look out the window while they're lying on their hospital beds and go, yo, that's where the mayor lives right now. Even though it's only the courthouse, that's where the criminals go to get sentenced. So yeah, there we go. So that puts our capacity above capacity right now. So hopefully we can start to kind of treat those patients and see what happens. But anyway, forget that, because this is the issue that we've got. Now, we only technically have 2 export areas. 3 if you count this one. And some of the trains are starting to use it. I kind of created this one as an additional one to get more trains going out, which they are slowly using it. They are dividing between the 2, but the traffic goes all the way down to here. It goes all the way, oh my goodness me, down to here, which stops these guys over on that side. So then it splits the 2 and it backs both of these sides up, which this one kind of stops there, but this one continues to carry all the way up, which is going to start messing with all this over here. And it's not looking too great, is it? So we need to create an additional route to get in and out of the region. And I also need another way to export the goods a whole lot easier too. Now, what we're going to first do is work with the additional way to export out of the region before we do the cargo airport. And I've chose up here through the mountains and at the back because we have a road that runs out and through and then goes through as a tunnel through this glorious mountain, which we can do the exact same today, and then it's going to connect up to over here. I have to reconfigure these because obviously when I create that, it's going to make this area for trains a whole lot busier. So I need to kind of get these these 2 stations off the main line and divide them, like what we did with this line here. It has a separate line, like how we did this one here. It kind of comes off. So to get to the station is a longer route, and the shorter route is to bypass it. So we're not getting held up by trains in the station. That's pretty much how it's going to go down. So let's get the trains up and running then. And I think we'll start over here first. So let's just first connect, and we'll keep it quite close anyway. That just there. And then I think we'll go from here, and we'll see what we can do. It's not going to be amazing. No, I think we should just keep it nice and simple. Yeah, just keep it simple. No dramas. There we go. And then we have to run this now up and through. So I think we'll take it from there first to where it would then potentially, which if I delete it again, would then turn in to a tunnel. So if I bring it down by, let's just go back down by 12. Where would, I don't know where it goes underground, where it chooses to. Okay, it chose to do it there, which bit funky. It's really funky, to be honest with you. Well, let's try that one again. Let's try that one again, Seniac. Okay, forget the tunnel situation. Right, we'll bring it up to... Yeah, if we do it like this instead, at least we can see that it kind of does it close and nearby. And then we're unfortunately going to have to do the painstaking task of now trying to get this to tear through without causing any issues. Now, I think the easiest one to do is make it, like, do the anarchy. Because doing it by anarchy means I can go for the mountain. It's quite difficult to do it without it. So bring it up to there. Where does that pop out? It pops out there. I'll sort out the entry points to these train lines at some point. Actually, that's not too bad. I mean, granted it does go up, but I'll figure it out later. I'll figure it out later because I just want to get this line rocking and rolling all the way down. Way too close. It moved at the very last memento. Right, to there. And then we'll get to there. So it's been following the highway road this whole time. And I think that's then where like this awkward little turn off, like a trucker's rest stop, it kind of comes off. And then we'll kind of bring it down to here. So that's how it's going to kind of work. It runs parallel with it, which is going to look really, really nice. And again, I'll sort them little exit points out at the future for the tunnels. But I want to work with this. So I'm going to pause for a minute. And we're going to delete it from here. Delete it going all the way across. Oh no, I don't want to delete you. Right, and we're going to reconfigure this whole little section. So it's best to delete it. So I can redo a fresh and brand new route. So, what I want it to do is, and we'll start it all the way up here. We're going to have it quite a long way out the way. So we'll go up by 12. I always do. I mean, I'm starting to like doing by 12s now, because I feel like it's more than enough. There we go. Bring it back down to 0. Completely bypass all this. Now we do get to this point here, which will elevate back up again. Now this is directly in front of the actual main building, isn't it? So that's quite funny. That is quite funny. Pass that over. It's not very high. And then drop it back down again to 0. Get it just going across the bridge. We'll get this, which for some reason decided it wants to go tunnel mode, to there. Bam. Bam. Simple, mate. Simple, yet hopefully very effective. Right, down to 0. 10 by 10. Off it skedaddles. So that route pretty much runs and divides past it, and then we can create little cut-offs to get to those stations. Now, this in itself, I'm going to delete it back a bit more, because I'm actually going to want to align it up a little bit better to here. And of course, do our big Y. There we go, just so it's all connected. And I won't go back into play mode just yet. We've got a nice little wiggle configuration, which I might eventually change this at some point in the future, but for now we'll keep it like that until we start working in this area. Our little Y configuration, so trains can wait as other ones pass by, and now we technically have an additional route outside of the region. So before we do go back into play mode, we'll just delete these power lines for just a hot minute, because they come down to there. Right, they're going to need some power as well. Why not do a little wiggle like that? That's all good. It all connects down to there. Okay, so sweet. Ain't got to worry about the train or the power lines anymore. Train lines, on the other hand, if I run this across here, bring it also down, and where we connect it, just there. Alright, an 8. 9 by 9's fine. So that goes straight into there, and then that would connect like that. So definitely a nice little longer. Well, at the minute it's shorter, but we got to make it a little bit longer. Of course we do. Now we'll make it come off. Yeah, I've got to do it quite early. I like how it decides, like, you know, at that length there, it's minus. I really do. It likes it decides that's how it's going to work today. Right, if I go from what's hang on, hold on, it's the same level as this, and then we'll get to there, page it down. So it did it gradually. Now I'm hoping that doesn't become a shorter route. I mean, it's still got to do the same. I mean, it's got a few little wiggly bends and whatnot. We'll see what happens. We'll ultimately just see what happens. This one I know won't do that. But I've also got to make... I've also got to get it connected before that. Unless I got it actually directly off this. Because again, that still won't be an issue. Right, it's up here. It's down by -8. Get out of here, boy. Right, by 6 and connect. This one originally actually went through the road before. So we'll do the same again anyway. Into play mode right now, everyone's back up and running. So this is not perfect or great, but it does exactly what it needs to do, and it also allows them to go straight directly out. So give them a minute or two to now understand and learn that there's this additional route that you can potentially take out of the region. And then hopefully it kind of takes a little bit of heat off of this. Hopefully. I mean, having that additional line here has taken a little bit of heat off some of them, but it's still not perfect. It's still not perfect. Is it every other one's choosing it? It feels like every other train is choosing to go out of that one, which is good for me because that means I'm getting 2 trains out at the same time. But the fact that I still have that huge backlog is quite worrying in many ways. Right, so I need to make sure that I'm not using this line here as the bypass. Okay, so I'm waiting for a train to literally go round the outer edge. Yes, this train's doing it, which means this is the shorter route. And I can tell you right now, that is a shorter route here. I ain't got to worry about that one. And we'll just leave it as it is. So it'll take a while before we start seeing trains. Hang on, where is it gone? I'm all over the place. Is there... Yeah, it would take a while before we do start seeing trains using it. But that's okay. We're up and running, boys. We are now technically up and running. And where's the backlog got over to this point then? So it's just here. It's... You know what? It's actually moved further down right now. So I feel like that secondary one over here is doing its part, its job. But we still need that third one anyway. So it's just count down right... Ah, there we go. There we go. Trains are now using it. So that's a good sign straight away. We've had a little bit of a hold up, but again, as long as there's no jams and they can still freely move, that's all that matters. They've got enough space there to wait out for the next train to move. It's all good, boys. It's all good. So they're leading out there then. So every train that goes out there is one less train going out this way. This way over here. So that is always a good sign. Right. Now that has happened, this is what I want to ask you guys right now. As time has gone on, and the more and more we've built up Woodville, this over here feels completely out of place. And this feels completely out of place as well now. And I'm going to put the cargo airport here. But what I want you guys to let me know is, do we create an actual port on this side here? Reason being is, we're using trains anyway to import and export the goods. I could create a solid highway connection coming down to over here to link up vehicles coming in the area. And that highway can also extend up to here, cross over and connect over there maybe at some point. So it literally divides through. But trains are going to be the main thing anyway. I just feel like this is now slightly wasted. It's in an awkward place. And it doesn't really fit in with the vibes. Let me know what you guys think about that anyway. I'm still going to place the cargo airport over there. But as trains are leaving, are we starting to see that backlog die down? I still reckon it's going to take... Do you know what? Yeah, it is. Kind of. Yeah, it still needs more time. Right, anyway, this cargo airport. So the reason I'm choosing this bit here is, one, because we haven't worked on it yet. Two, we have a train line running through. We don't have any solid road connections. We only have like a little dirt road connected up right now. But I'm going to get it connected over to here. It has a highway connection. Utilize that highway a bit more, which is only a short drive down to anywhere they want to go. Granted, if they want to get to over here, a bit awkward to drive until I sort something out. But they can literally use the trains to get to where they need to get to and drop off the goods, so it's not all completely wasted. And plus, planes have a... If I placed it anywhere else, that would be hitting the mountain air, or the mountain section. So if the runway was coming down this way, it's completely free over here, coming down this way to land. And if they're coming from this way, they've already flew over the mountains, and as they're coming down anyway, they can land perfect. That is my thought process on this. So, planes, cargo airport. Now, there's only one version. Now, is there two versions? Cargo airport. I want the cargo hub, the one that's got the train line on it. Now, I want to turn it slightly. I need to get, one, trains on it, and two, I need a good road and solid. Well, I need a good solid road connection as well. So we've been using over here the 3-laners, which is this road, right? Yeah. So if I just kind of build a makeshift version of that highway, and I'm thinking, because it's probably only going to be used for cargo, and it probably won't even be that busy, maybe not a 3-lane. Maybe I just stick it to a 2-laner. Maybe I do a national highway road, or one of these national roads maybe. I could go for that style of road. Which could be pretty interesting, couldn't it? It could be interesting. So we'll see what happens. So where would it actually cross over on these points? And the terrain going up. Right, I'm just trying. I'm in my head right now. I'm just trying to plan out where it would pass by this area. I could also hook it up to this connection. Upgrade that road going the way down, so as it passes over there, follows it down, maybe goes underground, down here, and then down to... Yeah. Now, if I did that, right, I'll have to upgrade this road here from the road that it currently is to the 4-lane national road. There we go. Because I'm going to put a lot more pressure on this road. Which does mean I'm going to have to eventually move this, because that then would be on the road, and then that would also be on it. So that gives me like a future project that we can kind of look towards getting set up. So if I go up by 5, across, and then down by 5, so not too much, because it's only a small little river. It would be interesting. So that's where it would come, because we already have the junction connection over here and all the lane management set up. So why not use it? Why not? We'll run that road to here. So as it runs down to this point there, I could then make it go down by 10 and get to here and then pop back up so it doesn't intrude on that junction. Oh, this road is going to be very interesting. Very interesting. So now I can then make it come up, bend round. So whatever we place here, if we do build docks, we got a really good national road system tearing through it. And then should we use this little island here as being another structural integral part of building the bridge going across? So if I was to raise it up by 5, and if I went there we go. So I've kind of built it. Oh, is it possible? Let me delete that. I wonder if it's possible to get that to there. And then let me delete this one again. Because I'm looking at the structural points. So we got one structure on land, that structure on land, that structure on land as well. I feel like we could make that one stick out a bit further. So the structural integral parts of those bridges are on land, so the fast flowing water doesn't affect it. Maybe the wind, but the fast flowing water does not affect it too. What's this here? Is that a random tree just growing? I think it is. So then bring this down to 0. I'm on the wrong method. There we go. Boom. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay. So then I would bend that up. Is that a bit too close to that train line? Nah, we'll take it. And let me see where that point is. Just like that. Keep it nice and simple and easy. And we have this wonderful road. So I don't want nothing too organized, nothing too kind of like planned out. I want it to like, you know, have these wide little gaps and wiggly sections because that's just how the cookie crumbles. I like that we have the wooden bridge going over the top of the tunnel section to that as well. That's quite interesting. And then this straight turn like this. It's gone slightly funky there, but nothing a bit of fixing can't solve. There we go. And then if we connect this. Now for now, right, I'm not gonna connect it, right? Because I don't know what type of demand we're going to have on this. So I think for now, I'm just going to connect it like that. Okay, I know it's not perfect. I know it's not great. And I think what I'll eventually do is I'll intertwine this connection here and this one as one big junction connection. But for now, we'll just leave it like that, okay? We'll just leave it like that for now. I'll leave like this bridge as it is for now until we set something better up. But having this road go up to here as well also gives us access to this section we can do stuff with. And I know I'd got to sort the roads out over here, but that is not my main goal at the moment. So this exploitation area there and this one, I want to reconfigure them because now they're in a little bit of an awkward hotspot for me. Because they're going to be on this main dragger road. But we'll see what happens anyway. We'll literally just see what happens. We'll see what demands come from this. And then we'll kind of play it as it falls. But let's sort out our beautiful, beautiful little cargo section anyway. So, we need to now get set up then at a road for the airport, and I want the airport over on this side, so I'm going to do like a little connection just here. So we'll use a national, little national road here, and bring that down somewhat. I'm thinking what the best way to do this would be. How big is it? Oh, actually, you know, it's quite big. It's quite a large structure, isn't it? So, if I maybe do it on this side instead, like a different diagonal. And what I want to do is... Alright, 10. Alright, there we go. So just do that real quick. So I just want to try and get the structure set up. So if that was centralized, right, there's a lot of trees I got to delete to enable it to land and stuff like that. I can do a little one-way loop for normal traffic coming in, and then we set something up on this highway or national road as a little junction. Right, that's kind of how it's going to work. So it's near the waterfront. Now, do I want the whole thing to be aligned to the edge of the water? That is my next question. So if I don't pick the trees and we pick everything else, I can then freely move all this. And if I had it against the slight waterfront, like that, maybe move it down a tad. Oh, hold on. Put it just there. I'm hoping me doing this is not going to break anything. Maybe just here instead. See, the more I move it, the more it's getting more down to the left. But that's okay, because we've got plenty of room for, like, ports and stuff anyway. But if I had it there, the runway is near the water edge, where there's less blockages and stuff like that. Obviously, I've got to get rid of all the trees. I think I'm going to keep it there. So make a larger brush size for the trees. And we just get rid of them around here. And of course, we clear a flight path for them off the edge. So naturally, we'll just build this area up a bit more anyway. Now, we are slightly going uphill. And I can't really select it too much. So maybe I just kind of... It'll be easier for me to kind of play around with the land. So if I brought this out a bit like that. And then we just kind of softened it in areas. Just kind of sort the land out around it so it looks a bit more natural. We'll take it, boys. We'll freaking take it right now. So that little kind of national road system over there we've got set up is being used, beneficial for some, but not huge demands on that road yet until we get the cargo airport up and running. So what will be interesting as well, because obviously we're going to get the road connection set up first before the train line. So it'll be interesting to see how many vehicles start using it before I do connect the train line into it. So that will also be kind of interesting too. Now let me just sort out this road. So let's get rid of this, get rid of that bit there. And obviously I want to make it a one-way system. So where is my little... Let's go for the trees. There we go. So it'll be 5x5 turns. So another 10. 5x5. Straight down. Another 10. 5x5 turns. There we go. So that gives us an organized route in and out. And I'm thinking I'm going to have to switch this to this style of road. because naturally the way I want to incorporate it as a little junction over here, we kind of have to play out the lane math in reality. So I've done these trumpet junctions a gazillion times, and I'm starting to think this is going to become one of my signature junctions that I like to create. So let's drop this there to there, that across to there. So then I'm going to do a 5 by 5. We're getting a little bit too close to comfort to that train line. 7 by 7. Yeah, I'll use the move it tool to kind of slightly adjust it. But what I want to do here is go bam, just like that. Right, I'm going to roughly build it, and then with the move it tool I can place it all down a lot better. So do something like this. I'm going to undo that. Right, this is where the real work now begins. Alright, push that a bit closer. Push that out a bit more. Right, I think we can kind of slightly get away with that. Unless I built the whole... Do you know what? Do you know what would be easier? I'm trying to squeeze it in too much onto this side. The whole system will be a whole lot easier if I give it more room. And we went over. I did an elaborate 7 by 7. Which that becomes a 10 by 10. Go up by 7, 7, and we do another 7 by 7. That becomes another 9 by 10. Give or take a few, it doesn't really matter. Which gives me a little bit more play to kind of bring that out. That could go down to there. That could go down to there. And obviously at this point is where it kind of gradually cuts down. And then we have a better... Look at that. That's so much better, Seniac. Why do I do it sometimes? I don't know. So, we got to get this set up then. So this is the reverse. Coming in. That's going out. There we go. There we go. We'll delete a little bit more just there. So I can play that out a bit better. So we'll bring it by... Oh, I didn't mean to click. I wanted to drop this down right now. So we'll bring it down by 7. That's fine. I'll do all the slopes in just a minute. There we go. We'll, again, keeping this on the floor. We'll only do it to 4. So then that, we'll do a 9. Do a 9. Can bend like this. Just like that. We need to do symmetrical roads, don't we? Do we have... Yeah, we do have them here. So that becomes an asymmetrical road on that side. That becomes one on this side. Like that. Sweet. I think that's going to work. So if I just quickly do the lane management. So obviously... That's how it plays out. If you're in the right-hand lane, you're turning off. This one, you're going straight on. And then that one leads on. So no one's crisscrossing or tripping over one another. Same thing. No, the same thing does not happen there. I've got to get the... Hold on. I've got to delete that. No, it won't delete. Right, forget it. I just realised I've got to make sure... I've got to get this painting the right way around. Right, there we go. That works. What's going on now? Why won't it do it? Right. Bam. There we go. Underneath stays in the same lane. Bam. No one trips over one another. So then here, I can now finalize this. So, bam to there. Bam to there. Well, obviously that one flips around. And then we go bam, 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 bam. And with the glorious, that is the... What would we do without the move it tool, eh? Well, we'd all have terrible cities for one. I know that much. Right, that does that. Again, very loosely. So you can see how exactly the lanes now work. Everyone comes in. No one's tripping over one another as they're filtering into the same lane. And then we technically have that all connected. Now, is there traffic lights here? No. This will be a different ball game altogether, but that is now technically all set up and connected. It needs power and it needs water. So I'm just going to loosely get it connected over to there. Is that connected? I feel like that's not connected. There we go. That's better. So that now has water. I'll give it power from the standard little parking slots there. And like I said, it's up and running to an extent where it can now be officially used by road vehicles only. Now I've got to sort out some of the leveling of this. So if I went to you, and to you, not too far because of the train tracks underneath. I missed out that one. Bam. There we go. A bit more of a gradual incline. There we go. Normal. So, does it still need water? What's wrong with it? Oh, is this now not... What's going on? Oh, it's because that was turned off. I wish they had that little mode. There we go. On the waterworks as well, because it does cause a lot of issues. But the garbage truck is now getting over here to kind of get rid of, like I said, the garbage, which will fix the only issue it now has remaining. Boom, that should be gone. There we go. And then the cargo airport is technically all set up in the middle of a forest. So that will allow vehicles to head over here. So we'll give it a minute or two for vehicles to start using it before we implement the train line connection to it. Which that is also going to be very exciting when we get that in. Right. How is the train jams now at this point as time has passed on? Oh my goodness me, they are even worse than before. Why is that? Now are they still using this same outlet? Would it be easier if... We create that third one over here, which is being used, but if anything, our train network has got a whole lot worse. And again, it's all because we can't get the vehicle or the trains out of there quick enough. So, right. I was going to wait until vehicles started using this, but I don't think I can wait, to be honest with you. I don't think I can wait. So I've got two ways in which I can do this. I could set only one side to come out, go up, and then connect to this. Or I could do a one-way system coming in and out. I don't think I'm going to be too fussy at the minute. So as of right now, I'm not going to mess about or play around with it. We're just going to get one side connected. And then eventually in the future, I'll get another side connected up. So if I do a big 20 by 20 bend coming out of there, and then what we'll do is we'll bring it straight up to here, but then elevate it over to that point and over to there, and I'll bring it up by Okay, we'll bring it up by 15-ish. And then what we'll do is we'll create a 10 by 10 bend there. We'll do another 10 by 10 bend there. And then, how far away is that to the train line? 25. So if I just kind of bring it down here by 5, I know... How did that switch to a road? I don't even know how that happened. I must have pressed the button myself or something, but I don't know how that happened. I'm going to be honest with you. Right, I'll slope the angles just so I can get a 22 length there, a 22 length there. They're all connected. Enough space in between. Jazzy, jazzy, jazzy. Alright, and then we're going to go quite round up to there. And oh my goodness me. Why'd you do this, game? Why do you do this? Alright, if I bring that down to there, I want a nice gradual slope going around. Why do you do that? Why does it, I mean, that's fine, but why does it do that? I will never know. I will never know. But that means then that is now technically connected to the train line. Now, if I did the exact same setup on this side, it kind of went down into there. I could do it a one-way system, like trains come in from one side and exit from another side, so we don't have the same train jam. Even though it doesn't really matter, it's just my kind of OCD driving crazy right now. But I don't know if this is the official first plane. It's going to Jalalan. Jalalan? I can't even say that name. But it's 45% full anyway. Vehicles are drove over here. And now we have trains have the ability to connect up to it. Hopefully, we see something different get evolved from it. Now, this is the downside, right? When you connect all your train lines together and intertwine them. They're all eventually going to want to use the same expectation route, which they currently are. And they're such folios because of it. There was using this one, but now all of a sudden... Okay, maybe they still are using it. Maybe I make that connection to this one a lot further up the road. So they haven't got to go all the way down here to wait for it. Should I give... I mean... That's not really solving the issue, is it? It's just kind of aiding the issue. So it would be nice to see a few trains come and use this anyway. They're all passenger trains, right? Yeah. But I'd like to know why they choose that one, that route altogether. And you can't put like a... Is there a mod where you can do like double train lines? You know, like how you can get like multiple lanes on a road? You can't do that for train lines, can you? If you can, I might get it. That would be quite interesting. But I don't know if that is going to actually be a thing. I actually don't know. But yeah, we'll just see what happens anyway. Then again, the backlog is coming all the way down to here right now, isn't it? So it could be something that we do. Is that even connected? Oh, snap. That's not even connected here. Oh, hold on, boys, because this has now gone all slightly funky. Well, that wasn't even connected over there. That one's connected. So no one could come down this way. No one was coming to it. And no one could land there and get out. So foolish. So foolish right now. Like I expected, this is going to be a lot of traffic over here, but I ain't worrying about that right now. That is not my concern. We'll fix that at some point. Do not fret. Do not worry. But that is very... I mean, I could also set that train line going up to here as being a one-way system. But then again, I'm just pushing the issue to another area. It also doesn't help that they're not using the trains. I'm still on the move it tool. At 100% fill capacity. That's kind of annoying. Isn't it? That really is. Why can't you just load up a full train, please, guys? Right, once I start seeing trains come into the cargo airport, then I know things might slightly be changing and working towards us. I don't know. That's half filled with logs. Where are you going? Not that way. Where are you going? No. You're a passenger train. Get out of here. Okay. And this is probably why, this is also the argument that you could make, like, don't put passenger trains and normal trains on the same route. But, you know, they've got the system to thrive. If they chose to go out and use other exit areas, we wouldn't have so much pain and torture right now. Right. I'm going to try this because you never know. If I made this happen a whole lot earlier. Alright, bring it to there. So like I said, yeah, if I make them have the ability to turn into this secondary line a whole lot earlier, it won't solve issues, but it might lead out a bit further. Have a pause, delete. They wouldn't have to wait to go all the way down to here to then turn in. It can happen sooner. So we'll leave that to kind of build up a bit more. But we'll see what happens. And then you could make the argument, yeah, but then you'll have the same issue down there, but up here. It's just one of them. It's one of them things, boys. It's one of them things right now. Right, are they using the trains using this yet? Yes. Yes, they are. Which, again, because of the high demands that we are seeing, I reckon we're going to get a train jam leading into this as well. All because of the high demands. The high demands that we currently have. But they're starting to use that. So all I'm thinking of is everybody that... Oh, that kind of has died down. Yeah, so everybody that uses this is not going out of that side. That's my thought process. But then I had that thought process with this train line. Didn't really work out. Unless we just started, you know, producing a whole lot more. I don't know. Trains are definitely coming down to there. I'm watching this junction because look how free it is around here now. That's a good sign. Because if that's free, it will slowly start moving. Then again, it backlogs up to there. So you just got to hope you go down that way. No, you go down that way. Yeah, this one will stop here and block off. Oh, no. Yeah, wicked. Amazing. You go down to there. You're now going to block everybody off. And then the issue begins here. Can you get your vehicles out of here, please? But that would have promoted a lot of movement for these guys. Still a lot of issues. But it would have promoted movement. This junction's starting to move a bit more. It was congested. So that is a good sign. This, again, working wonders. Everyone's able to stop and move without, you know, me having to delete trains and whatnot. Oh, you're coming in hot and heavy, aren't you? Damn. Same thing over here. They can stop and start. All good. Haven't got to worry about it. Trains, it's all cleared here now. Which is good. So it's going to back up here again. But it's slowly clearing. It is slowly clearing. I've just got to wait for the monstrosity of what this is to still move. But it is slowly going. It's slowly going. And I think on that note, as time progresses, it might then slowly start to die down. Trains able to move and still function in many places. There's a lot of passenger trains on this line here right now, isn't there? Whew. Damn. We're using the cargo airport just fine over here as well. So I think we're making positive steps. again, it's now all clear here. And the backlog is now only over here. Yeah, it's moving, isn't it? Can we confirm it's moving slowly? But it's definitely moving. Just waiting for more trains to go down here. Every train that goes down that road there is another one that can get out of here. You don't want to go down there. Sad times. You don't want to go down there either. But I think that the positive steps we've taken, an extra exit / incoming area for the train on the edge of the map, has worked in our favour. The cargo airport has definitely got to work in our favour as well. And it's like when you just clear normal traffic with vehicles. You do the fix, then you got to wait a while for the current jam to clear. And I think that's what the process that we're currently going through right now is, just waiting for that current jam to clear. I'm liking when a train does a left turn. Fills me with joy. Fills me with so much joy, boys. So much joy. And then where are we up to right now with the jam? So it was up to here. It's now over to here. Slowly moving, one by one. I'm not going to say we've solved it right now, because there still is plenty of time for it to all mess up again. But the fact that the jam is moving, the back end of it, the tail of it is getting smaller and smaller. Positive steps, mate. Positive steps. So, what I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below is, do we build this area up around here with some more cargo shipping exports? Because I feel like they're slightly out the way. Or do I keep those in and build a few more? I don't know. Again, let me know in the comment section down below, boys. That back end, slowly. I feel like I could just sit here and watch this all day, this junction. That's literally what I could do. Why you no use that one? You're using it because you're flying. Why you no use it, boy? But it's, again, positive steps. So we are now up to look how much we've exported. Not exported, sorry, produced. Nearly 1 million units of wood. That's ridiculous. We've currently got 12,000 in profit, just kind of sitting there on the weekly basis, but we've got so many trains that still need to exit the region. Still so many trains right now, so that will be fluctuating all over the place. That really, really will. Cargo airport doing wonders. Trains coming in, trains leaving. Planes coming in, planes leaving. Wonderful, beautiful. Doing exactly what it needs to do right now. You've got junctions set up perfectly, so trains can still maneuver. They just stop and start where they need to. Other vehicles can pass through. All good. The backlog, this whole little mess over here, well, it's not really a mess, it's organised chaos. Flows wonderful. That backlog is now almost at this junction, which is going to be a big help because it will start clearing that little section. And this is slowly, slowly, slowly dying down. So positive steps. By next episode, we should see a big improvement in the train traffic. And then hopefully we can go back to making Woodville the great place we all know and love it to be. And I think on that note, guys, we are going to end it for here. Hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, good.